Hi everyone, welcome to meal kit number 7, our finishing instructions. I'm Steve Beckta, I'm your host in our green kitchen. Excited to cook for you tonight or finish with you tonight. Thanks for being a part of this and thanks for ordering our meal kit again this week. So we've got a really fabulous dinner tonight. First is a real nice summer salad. So it's green and yellow endive and done with some Serrano ham, toasted hazelnuts, marinated onions, some olives, whipped feta, preserved lemon vinaigrette. Super easy to put together, but for our main course, we've got a homemade Alberta lamb kielbasa. Now I asked Chef Rich, what is kielbasa? And I wondered why I'd always loved kielbasa so much. So he said it's traditional Polish sausage, heavy on the pepper, heavy on the garlic. And I think on my dad's side, I'm from that Polish area, and that's where Beckta, I think, comes from. And so I've been loving kielbasa all my life. So he made this fresh with the team this afternoon at Beckta. Got in some beautiful Alberta lamb shoulder, and then had some sausage casing, and put it all together, and it's just going to be great. The easy part, so you'll see that it actually looks raw, but it's actually been cooked. And so all you're doing is you're just warming it up and searing on the outside. Same thing with the beef. The beef also looks raw, but it has actually been cooked to medium rare, done in sous vide. So in this, look at this. If you got the upgrade this week, you're gonna be really happy. So this is a 16-ounce Angus, Alberta beef ribeye. It's got some thyme and garlic and pepper and salt in there and some butter. So you just literally take it out and sear it in the pan and away you go. One of my favorite dishes in the world is Succotash, and that's what we've got heating up in the oven. So preheat your oven to 375, which I've done, and so our Succotash has been in there for about 10 minutes or so, and doing really well. So corn and beans are the base ingredients for any Succotash. Succotash, it comes from the southern US. You can throw a bunch of other things in there. So I think he's got some peppers in there, and we're going to see what else, because it's literally all in that container that I've just put in the oven. Leave the cover on. I was skeptical that you should leave the cover on, but it's meant to be. Yes. Okay, great. My sweet wife is reminding me that our stove is on, and that's where we're going to be searing the kielbasa. So we're going to do that in just a second. We're also going to be searing the beef. So this week it's an either or for the lamb kielbasa, or the upgrade is the beef instead. But I'm going to do both because, well, we're a family of 3, and I thought we would have a little extra, and so that I can show you how to finish both. So the succotash is in the oven, and we're going to put together the salad now. So the endive is right in here, and then we take the vinaigrette, pour it in. And now the vinaigrette has already been seasoned. So usually when we say season with salt and pepper, we're just gonna add a little pinch of salt and a little pinch of pepper because the vinaigrette has been seasoned. So just mix that around really nice. Now endive is a naturally bitter thing. And so there's a lot of other things that are happening around it to cut away the bitterness. The vinaigrette obviously has that acid, and then we've got the nuttiness from the hazelnuts, and we've got the brininess from the olives. Oh, you know what? Haha, silly me. We forgot the whipped feta is actually supposed to go on the bottom. See, this is why you should read the instructions first. So we're going to start this over, and we are going to add the whipped feta to the bottom. And you want to get it a real nice coating on the bottom of the plate before you put the endive down. It's been a busy time right now. We are trying to open up a bunch of patios. So last Thursday at Gazelle, we opened up our first ever patio, and that's been going really well. We got to take over the parking lot of the Churchill Senior Center right behind us, and it's this beautiful area. It's got some gorgeous trees around it and beautiful sunsets. And then also down the long side of Churchill. For Play's patio, we have got all along the sidewalk, hopefully, will be opened up this Thursday night. The city is going to be closing off York Street, and that's why it is, they're going to give us that space, which I'm super excited about, to be able to serve guests again outside. There. All right. So we've got the endive as the base. And next up, we're going to take some of the toasted hazelnuts. There we go. Good to the last drop. We've got our olives. So it's a composed salad that you're going to basically put together yourself. All the ingredients are right there. And then we've got the pickled onions for a little bit more acid in order to balance off the bitterness of the endive. And then we're going to top it with some Serrano ham. Now, Serrano ham is basically like prosciutto, except from Spain. Now, the pigs are fed something a little bit differently. I believe Serrano ham, they're oftentimes fed acorns. And so they give a real nice nutty quality to the meat. And so you want to just string this out on top of the salad. Actually, a lot of Serrano ham, so I'm just going to eat a little bit as we go. Now, the pan is nice and hot, so I'm going to use the one that's super hot in the back for my ribeye, because you want a really nice sear on it. You want the same thing on the kielbasa, but it doesn't require the same amount of pop. Okay, so first of all, here is your endive and Serrano ham salad. Take some nice photos of that for our Instagram shots. All right, now is the time for the searing. So I have tempered both the kielbasa and the steak, so I brought them up to room temperature. So the kielbasa is going to go in first. And what you want to do, again, because it's been cooked, is just get a nice sear on the outside. And same thing with, I'll throw a little more olive oil in there. There we go. And same thing with the steak. You can put the thyme right in there as well. And Rich said he included a couple of garlic cloves. And he gave me a little extra butter as well. But if you guys have some butter to finish off with the steak, it gives it a really nice basting quality. And now we're going to start our plating. There's a lot of components to this meal kit. And let me talk about the wine, by the way. First course, we've got the Toll Gate, and this is a white Bordeaux blend. So Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc. Just gorgeous. And it's from Stratus Vineyards in Niagara, which we just love. These are terrific people, probably the most sustainable winery in Canada. They do such a great job. They have so many incredible different wines. There we are. But I always go back to this Toll Gate blend. You get that creaminess from the Semillon, and you get that fresh acidity from the Sauvignon Blanc, and really nicely with the Endive salad. And for the red tonight with the kielbasa, we've got this gennare, and it's an Alianico, and yeah, I believe it's from Puglia, southern Italy, and big meaty flavors, kind of like smoked meat, kind of like impressive dark fruit and gaminess. So really good with the lamb or with the ribeye, either or. Okay, and so let's check on our succotash and see how it's doing. All right. Yeah, I thought that these lids shouldn't go in the oven, and the chef told me today, no, they're meant to go in the oven, and it keeps the moisture in so that it's it steams it a little bit and it doesn't dry out. He's got a little bit of cream in here too. That's great. So ribeye is going over. Oh, this looks good. It's making me happy. So we've got the sear on for the kielbasa. So we're going to just turn that down a little bit. Same thing with the ribeye, because you just want it to cook a little bit more on the inside to warm all the way through and not overcooked. So you've got the nice sear. Okay. And next up for the succotash. So it looks like we've got some red onions in here. It looks like some kale in here as well. But again, corn and beans are the base of any good succotash, or any classic one. And definitely some red peppers going on. And tonight we've got a fun accompaniment called Beet Ketchup. And this is about as close to painting on your plate as possible. It has this incredible staining ability. So once we place the meat on there, we are going to just sort of paint all of it, all around. This is good. Turn that over. And while we're doing this, I'm going to plate our dessert, which tonight is a rhubarb cheesecake tart. So we've got some whipped cheesecake as the base in the tart shell, and all you have to do is take the coulis. This is definitely rhubarb seasoned. It's quite a lot of it. And we've got this gorgeous pickled, candied lime. And you guys don't have to do all of this at once like I'm doing. I'm just trying to squeeze the video into a reasonable time frame. All right. And then we've got the candied lime on top. There we go. I think our son is going to enjoy that very much. And we've got some fresh mint to put on top as well. I've never been the guy who knows how to plate the beautiful Instagram picture, but there we go. I hope you enjoy that lovely cheesecake. All right. I think our meat is just about done. So let me first start off with our kielbasa. Now, always use a trivet so you don't mess up your countertop. So again, the kielbasa is cooked sous vide. So it may look a little different than the stuff that you find in your grocery store, but I promise you it is cooked fully before it gets to your house. And I'm going to slice it up. Put it here. So I'm going to plate one with the kielbasa. I love this stuff. I can't help myself. Oh man, it's good. Oh, that ribeye is looking fabulous. What you can do, by the way, if you throw a little butter in the pan, and you got the garlic and the thyme in there, just do a little basting. A little extra fat on there is never going to hurt anyone. And you want to slice these. There we go. So I carved a lot of ribeye in my time at 11 Madison Park in New York. We used to do this tableside. So what I do is I take off the decal, which is sort of the fatty quarter piece that's near the end. Separate that out. Now this doesn't need to rest the way that a lot of them do because it's already been cooked sous vide, right? So the decal is my son's favorite part, so we're going to save that for him. And then we slice through this, sort of 1-inch pieces, and then you've got the little fatty piece on the end for those who like that. Okay. And for the steak, we've got a special Bordelaise sauce. I'll make this look pretty. I want to put a little bit of this jus over top too. So it's the warm butter with the thyme and the garlic. That's really nice. And we're off there. Now a Bordelaise sauce is a demi-glaze, which is based upon bone marrow. It's sort of a great beef reduction. And then we're going to do a little bit around the plate too. Looking good. Okay, now this is the creative part with the beet ketchup. What I've seen a lot of the chefs do, and this is where I learned my stagecraft, is that they do declining circles. So a big one, a middle one, a little one, a smaller one, and there we go. And then you can just sort of take your spoon through it, and don't forget the garlic scape relish. I think I'm using an all-time number of spoons tonight. Got lots of dishes to do. Garlic steak relish goes on there. And then what I'm going to do is a few other beet drops that I'll leave. Okay, that's that guy. And I got to do it on the steak plate too. Feeling like this is taking a little longer than normal. So sorry about that, guys. If my video is not under the 20-minute mark, as often I like it to be. Clean up your plate really nice. Oh, okay. So there is the ribeye, done with the beet ketchup and the succotash. And here is our Alberta lamb kielbasa, done with the same. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for ordering. Thanks for all the support. We hope to see you on one of our patios soon. Again, Gezellig is open right now. Play will be on Thursday or Friday, I think at the latest. And Beckta, we're trying to work on something as well, so that yeah, we have all kinds of different options for you. But keep ordering because we love cooking for you. So thanks for joining us, and have a great week.